right, my Libra friends, how are you today? Aaron here bringing your monthly horoscope for August of 2020. We got the sun in Leo this month until the 22nd when it's going to move into Virgo, of course. So we're teetering between your 11th and 12th house. So for the majority of the month, we're going to have the sun in your 11th house, which is focusing on your relationships with the community, focusing on other people and how we're networking, how we're inputting ourselves and getting out there and just socializing, okay, and connecting with our like-minded soul tribe. Okay, so that's a beautiful aspect of the sun. Now, on the 3rd, we have a full moon in the sign of Aquarius. Okay, so for you, let me go to the chart here. So sun's up here in 11th house. It means the moon is going to be down here in your 5th house, okay, Aquarius. And this is all about your creative self-expression. Okay, so this is a need to fully be yourself, a need to truly, truly tap into who you are, the resources of what make up you, beautiful Libra. It's like, what you're gathering over here from the community, how you're seeing other people be. There's a certain sense of freedom. There's a way that something's going on here that you see how other people are acting. You're like, I can do this. I can fully be me. I don't have to hide around these folks. I'm allowed to fully come out and express myself. All right. So it's a really cool aspect there on the 3rd. All right. On the, there we go, my little cheat sheet. On the 4th now, Mercury, which has been in the sign of Cancer for a very long time, is going to move into your 11th house as well. So Mercury is moving out of your career, public image, how people view you, thinking about, talking about work. Maybe you're getting sick of that. And it's going to join the sun over here in your social aspect of your chart, which is, again, a really beautiful place to be. Mercury is going to move closer and closer. It's going to take 15 days. 15 days to rip through the sign of Leo. So it's not going to be there for a very long time. So those 2 weeks, we got to take advantage of that very fiery social aspect of the chart, right? So Mercury is going to be moving through here. Mercury and the sun are going to conjunct together on the 17th, and then there's a new moon on the 18th, okay? So Mercury will still be here. So it's like 17th, Mercury-Sun conjunction, really, again, highlighting stuff in your social community. Then the new moon with Mercury here as well is saying there's a need for me to fully be myself and express myself within this community. I've got everything I need and the social skills to make it happen, okay? Then on the 19th, Mercury is going to move over here to your 12th house. It's going to move into Virgo, which is interesting. I love, Libra's got an interesting 12th house because 12th house is, Pisces, okay, which is the void and unspecific things. But for you, your 12th house is Virgo, which is extremely specific, okay? So this is wrapping up karmic debt that's going on when the sun moves into, Mercury is going to move in on the 19th. The sun is going to move into Virgo on the 22nd of the month, okay? So it's getting a lot more focused and becoming aware of the things in life that we need to release, or the things that we're letting go of, or the things that we're walking away from. Okay, and I know you're always playing the balancing cards here. We want everything to be even, and there's some aspects that are coming up this month we're going to talk about in a second here that make clear-cut decisions to walk away from certain things, people, experiences very easy. And I know that's not a Libra trait, because it's like you want to balance and make peace, and it's a very necessary part of the chart. Venus now is going to be moving out of your 9th house. Okay, focused on, philosophies and religion and education and loving what we're learning, right? So now Venus is going to be moving into your 10th house. So it's about loving your job, loving your career, and applying that little bit of like pamperedness to how you present yourself in the workplace. Okay, because people are really noticing you. People are seeing you show up. They're seeing your hard work that you're putting in. They're seeing how you are, a warrior for peace, if you will, and they're recognizing that. And since you're bringing this loving energy of Venus into your 10th house, it's going to be very, very positive for your career and for how people view you, stepping up your professional game. It's a really positive aspect going on. Okay, now on the 10th to the 22nd, we're going to have a grand fire trine, the 10th to the 22nd, okay, which is going to be between Mars, the Sun, and the South Node down here in your 3rd house. So this is 12 days of a fire trine. Okay, we're kind of revisiting some energy, slightly different energy, well, but nonetheless, fire trine. Mars moving forward in action. In what? This is your 7th house. This is about your relationships. Okay. The sun here in your social community of Aquarius. Or Leo, but your 11th house. Okay. And then the South Node here in your 3rd house is about communication and information. Okay, so there's something that you're letting go of. There's communication. You know what I mean? When we're talking with individuals, there's a point sometimes, where we want to respond. Especially if it's two opposing sides to something, and we want to like, no, even out the playing field, Libra, right? And get a point across, but in a peaceful kind of a way. And this is this kind of energy that somebody else is just so focused on you, or teaching you their opinion of life or their opinion of how you should feel about an event or a thing that's going on, that this is like, I don't even need to respond, because my response it's not worthless, but it's falling on deaf ears. Okay, so it makes it extremely easy to almost cut off communication, or also to let go. If there's some sort of thinking that's going on, we're all being hit with this, am I good enough? Am I smart enough? Am I pretty enough? Am I handsome enough? There's some difficult aspects going on as well that we got to get out of our own head. So the South Node being in Sagittarius for you in your 3rd house, this is kind of removing some of the brain blockages, and again, with ease, getting rid of the conversations or the communication that just doesn't serve where you're going, and the work that you're putting into in this life. Again, you're focused on your work this month when Venus moves into your 10th house. And it's like, I have a lot to offer. There's a lot of beauty to offer. There's a lot of love for me to offer in this. And for me to be at my best here, I can't have this kind of communication or lack of communication or pressing communication or self-defeating thoughts, whether, the communication's from an outside force or if it's from internal. Okay, so we're going to have a nice kind of resolve happening, and that's between the 10th and the 22nd. Now, we're going to get into the meat of the month, because that was fluff. Okay, that's just the things. Here's the tricks. Mars square Jupiter, Mars square Pluto, Mars square Saturn. Okay, so the first one's going to happen on the 4th, Mars square Jupiter. Mars square Pluto is on the 13th. Mars square Saturn is on the 24th. Okay. And we're also going to have Mars conjunct Eris. I put out an Eris video a few months back, and I'm going to tag it at the end of this if you're curious to see what that is. Eris is a dwarf planet that was found in 2016 on the outskirts of Pluto. Pluto takes 240 years to get around. Eris takes 520 and has been in the sign of Aries since 1943, I believe. All right, so very slow-moving elliptical dwarf planet. Eris is the goddess of discord. Okay, so here we're talking about information, communication and information. So this is happening between your 7th house of partnerships and home and family life. Okay, Libra friends, I want to hug you. This is going to be a challenging 6 months. This is because Mars is going to retrograde in September, and it's going to literally hit all of these again, and then slowly move back forward and hit them again in December into January of next year. Okay, so this is a slow, maybe painful process. Pain equals growth. Growth equals pain and frustration, but at the same time, we come out better, right? So something is going on here between your partnerships. This could be work. This could be romance. This could be siblings. This could be, here in 3rd house, we kind of talk about siblings here with this kind of communication. So I don't know, it could be siblings. Any sorts of partnerships, okay? So there's a challenge going on between home and family and our partnerships. Okay, and having to be there and show up for others. Mars the aggressor, moving forward, actively moving forward and seeking. Okay, and Mars is home in Aries, which means it's like, You know, the roller coaster's greased up with, you ever seen that Christmas Story? What is that, when they grease that sled with Crisco? You know, Mars home in Aries is that sled on Crisco on the snow. There's no friction. There's nothing stopping it, okay? So Mars, Jupiter, we want more. Jupiter says we want more conflict. We need more balance. We need more balance between my home life, my personal life, as well as my relationships with other people. Or is my relationships with other people and home life one and the same right now, and we're trying to figure out how to live together. We're trying to figure out how to maneuver this thing, how to steer this ship. You know, and the key to this is patience. Patience. All right, and you will figure it out. You will come to you. If someone's got to be cut out, this is definitely a month. August into September is where it's going to, most likely happen. And that doesn't mean breaking up or something like that. It could be anything. It could be anything. Okay. And now, the relationship between Mars and Eris is about information and how we're choosing to respond to the information, how we're choosing to react, how we're choosing. Now, you're a Libra, which means you're generally diplomatic. You generally want that even keel thing going on. Or the peace bringer. You're the peace bringer, the balancing scales of the zodiac. Okay, so it's like, how do we choose to deal with information? And sometimes, it's like, if you're out at the beach and all of a sudden a volleyball just comes and smacks you in the head, it's instinctual. Do we laugh it off, or do we get angry and turn around and see who the heck threw the ball, or how that happened? And again, there's a balance between understanding it's instinctual and understanding that we have an opportunity and an option how to respond. We might feel instantaneous pain or shock, but how we choose to respond is a choice. Okay, and that's what Eris is saying right now with Mars, and Mars is aggravated, Mars is aggressive, so how are we choosing to communicate? How are we choosing to respond back? Are we being patient? And that's what Saturn's job is saying. When Mars squares Saturn, we want to be patient. We want to practice our patience. Where Mars is saying, I want it now. I want my diamond now. Where is it at? And Capricorn energy is saying, it's still a piece of coal. We've got a ways to go. We've got 6 months of this energy, 6 months of this energy. Okay. So as these squares are happening, is this relationship between Aries, let's go right now, I'm ready, and Capricorn, no, we have to wait. We have to prepare. We have to make sure everything is in order before we open up the gates to the festival, because if something goes wrong, we're liable. We're the Libra. We're the ones responsible, and we have to create the balance here, So, are we ready to move forward? Are we waiting on something? And this is the balance. And on the other side, we can be saying, I need more time, I need more time, I need more time, I need more time, I have to wait. And it's saying, no, now, you're going to miss the flight. I got to pack more, you're going to miss the flight. Or we didn't pack enough and we got to the airport and now we get to our destination and we don't have what we need. So it's one of those two things going on for us this month, and it's all going to be revisited over the next 6 months. Okay. This is a positive thing though, because this does equal growth. August is one of my favorite astrological months of the year. I'm very excited for the opportunities that are going to be coming out of this month. The personal growth and the change in the experience that we're all going to get will be a life-changing August, okay? So my Libra friends, have a beautiful month ahead of you. Reach out anytime if you have questions or you want to get a private reading from me. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow for the dailies.